I made a video actually last week, or should I say, yeah. People would tend to dislike you when you're doing better. But how about let's talk about people would tend to like you when they're doing better than you. It comes a point of time where, like I said, me as a person, I used to get around a lot of people. I can say honestly, right now, there's lessons that I had to learn for being naive. I had to learn that not everybody's your friend. Not everybody wants to see you do good. Well, at least they don't want to see you doing better than them. In this world that we live in now, especially in this generation, I always bring up this generation. A lot of people are doing things, are getting into things that they don't really want to do. You as a person, and I stated this before, that's working on their purpose and doing things something that they love, that you love to do. Most people, and should I say 95% of these people are not doing that. Or they are doing something that they always wanted to do, but they kind of find out that they're not happy with what they wanted to do. But they see you. You have a person of your word. They see you as a person that say, you know what? I want to become that engineer. I want to open up that business. They can know that, hey, you've always wanted to travel. They will know that when they first met you, yo, you always traveled, but it's now they've gotten to traveling, and then they see that you way past going to where they're going. And I remind you, a lot of these people, right? They're the same people that when you reach out to them, at one point, they were doing really good. And they still are doing good, I believe, right? But you as a person, you were just trying to figure it out. See, we live in a life where everybody has their time. If you're a person just like me, can say that it took some time. It took time for me to really do the things that I actually see that I can do. Do things that just stick it to one thing. Don't get me wrong. I've accomplished many things, but it was just, and still to this day, it's just not as easy as you think it is. And that's one of the things. That's one of the things too that I had to learn. Everything is not going to be easy. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And again, if you're just tuning into my video, today, what we're going to talk about, most people tend to like you when you're not doing better than them. Let's get back into it. A lot of people that you may know, the minute that they see that you're glowing, that you're doing the things that you love to do, you're focused on where you need to be, they feel that, oh, this person feels like they're better than me. This person don't need me. This person, and 9 times out of 10, in your mind, you're looking at it as if, hey, I'm coming up. You're doing your thing. You always been doing your thing. And then what you tend to do, you being an individual, you acknowledge them. You sit there and acknowledge them, but they see it as if like you're just joking with them. Now, for the most part, when you were that person that was just trying to make things happen, and for them, you were going to them and you were just having a conversation with them. And a lot of times too, a lot of people want you to glorify them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most people that we're around and we come across, they want you to glorify them. But when it's the same in return, no, absolutely not. You could be a person that you could meet someone and you come across a time where you're getting some gigs, you're doing things that, things are just happening for you. And for them, things will happen for them, right? Things, they're blessed too, but things just slow down. Everybody's not the same, right? But these are the same people, instead of understanding that, hey, it's just a season, they'll look at you and rather hate and wonder, like, dang, how did he did that? How did she do that? What about me? How come they're not hitting me up? How come it's this and how come it's that? But fail to realize that, yo, everybody has their time. Everybody has their day. Everybody has their week. And that's the problem with most people. But guess what? When you're not, when it's their time, and then you just trying to figure things out, and you just hitting them up, what they will do, they'll hit you up, they'll talk to you, they want to give you a conversation, and then they'll say little things to you, and make you feel like that. Hey, they're the best thing in the world. Good things are happening for them. X and Y and Z. It'll get to the point too. These are the same people. They'll joke around with you, and you question yourself like, was that really a joke or was that really something serious? And it just, for them, it just makes them feel. It just makes them feel the way they want to feel. And it's like they'll like you, they'll hit you up, they'll just because you can hang with them and you get the bill, they make them feel like, oh my gosh, like I am like, the best thing in the yeah, you know what I mean? It's an energy booster. It's like they feel like, hey, they're doing something, which is okay. But how about when it's your time? You're humble. You know where you came from. You know how far you came. If you're just a person like me, I can remember just like it was yesterday. And don't get me wrong, I still have times where like things are just slowing down. Like an example, like this week, there's some things that I couldn't do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I realized, I reflect, I'm like, dang, it just kind of slowed down a little bit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just realized, you know what? Maybe it was just meant for me to do those, if that makes sense. But if it was somebody else and you would tell somebody that, you know, and let's say if you're doing something good, they'll like you because that, hey, you're depending on them, right? They feel that, hey, you're just cool, and you know what I mean. A lot of times too, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the time, they like you because you're not doing better than them, and they don't want you to do better than them. And it sucks because it's like, yo, bro, like, how is it that, we were cool? How is it that I thought that you call me your friend and then you decide to just feel some type of way because you don't want me to? And then you have to question yourself, is that really your friend? Is that someone you feel like, hey, when things are happening for you, excuse me, is something things are happening for you that you should just let them know because they just see that, hey, you need them. But when it gets to the point like that, I've learned too that, hey, sometimes I say this many times, you got to keep things to yourself. And that's the best way. Keep things to yourself. People don't have to know everything that you're doing because in this generation, especially now, man. And I have someone that told me that too. Keep everything to yourself. Don't tell nobody nothing. Don't tell nobody nothing what you got going on. And in this time right now, I understand completely. So, to answer your question, if you see that person's acting funny and everything, and you watching this video and it makes sense, you got your answer. You got your question answered. But understand, most people tend to like you when you're not doing better than them. They like to see you doing good, but not better than them. So, let's say you become you become something, or you're doing something that you love to do, right? They're not gonna be happy because you're doing something that makes you happy versus them. They're not happy, or at least that, hey, they thought that, hey, you're going to be this way forever. And it sucks. It really sucks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I used to be a person where I was, an example. I remember, there was this person. He was presenting me an opportunity, and he was putting me on to something. He's like, you need to go do this and do that. And I told him, I said, oh, okay, that's that program. You do this, you do that, and you get and he's looking at me like, and I was like, yeah, I took that. way back in 2018, 2017 and 18, I completed and everything, I got like 4 certificates. It was like completely quiet. They even said, oh, okay, that's what's up. They even slapped my hand, but it was a reason why I detached myself from this person. But guess what? Back then, when I was around this person was doing good for himself, got his own spot, working, doing that and the thing. But this person loved to have me around. You know why? They could talk to me any type of way. They feel like, hey, they look at you a certain way, and that way, they could feel some type of way. But versus now, I'm doing something for myself. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I was like, it's always that strange energy, that strange feel. Like, yo, like it's like, how did you know all this? Why? And it's sort of like they want you to listen to them, if that makes sense. But that's how it is, and that's how life is. I had to accept it, and you should too. And a lot of people, hey, there's a quote. Most people like to see you doing good, but not better than them, if that makes sense. And that's what happens. People like you when you're not doing, most people tend to like you when you're not doing better than them. And it sucks. All right, good. All right. So if this video resonate with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend. Best friend. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.